All right. Going to chat about a couple things here. Peggy Franz, Olga Guns, how you guys doing? All right, guys. Got a couple. Nice job, Mark. You did your first Curator Live. Wait, shh, we got to be quiet about the Curator strategy, right? Got to be quiet about that. Members only. All right. Want to talk about a few things today, guys. The retail apocalypse, getting in the game, and a little bit more art business talk. All right. So the retail apocalypse, this is the phrase that's being used right now. You see it in the media, you see it in the news articles, describing what's going on with this pandemic and how it's affecting just retail businesses out there. It's just such a terrible thing. And with this resurgence of this pandemic, it's kind of happening all over again. Just awful, just totally awful. But what does that mean for the art market? Why is this important? The art galleries, the retail, like the art shows and all that stuff. You guys, it is not coming back anytime soon, right? And that phrase just kind of hits you right between the eyes, doesn't it? Like the retail apocalypse. What's going to happen to retail, over the next couple of months is just going to be a really rough thing. So it's just a constant reminder, right? For those of you who have, gotten affected by the pandemic, where all the retail got locked down and you got the rug pulled out from underneath you, you now know that this direct to consumer, right? The direct business model where you're going directly to your consumer is the most important thing that you can do, right? To control your destiny and never have these things happen to you ever again. You have to market and sell direct to your consumer where you own everything, right? I just can't emphasize it enough. So there was another announcement that came out, I think it was yesterday, the Lollapalooza founder, right? The Lollapalooza, the concert, longtime concert, one of the biggest festivals in the country, said he doesn't believe that, festivals, concerts, or anything like that are going to actually happen until not 2021, but 2022, okay? 2022, can you imagine if there's no art shows for 2 more years in retail? What are you gonna do, guys? What are you gonna do, right? Well, you know what to do. You have to move on. You gotta have another strategy, which is obviously taking advantage of the online and building the online. But if you're sitting there if there's anybody on this right now that's listening to this, that's sort of waiting, like, oh, I'm just kind of waiting for those art shows to come back. I don't know what you're doing. You're already way behind, but you got to cross that off the list. If they ever, they will come back at some point, right? Who knows in what form? Who knows in what form? Who knows what kind of volume of art will even sell in those anymore? I mean, that's a really important way to think about it, How much art will actually sell in those when everything comes back? And can you really rely on it? I would not be relying on it at all, right? And that's the way that I'm advising all of our members at Art Storefronts is, look, you can't rely on things that you can't control. You need to build something that you can control. And that's the only thing I want you to do. Everything else is gravy. If you make other things happen, if art shows come back and you end up selling in galleries from, whatever galleries still exist, fine. But you need to focus your time on building the things that you can control as an entrepreneur, right? And that's when you're doing direct marketing and owning everything. It's the only thing that you control. And it's also the only thing that gets you consistent income as an entrepreneur at the end of the day. Okay, so that's the retail apocalypse. The next thing I wanted to talk about is, what I'm calling getting in the game and getting to market, right? I see this pattern, not only with our own members, but also with non-members that Patrick and I are talking to, or Taylor and I, on these Zoom sessions that we're doing with non-Art Storefronts members. If you haven't heard of them, we're doing free art business consulting a couple days a week. In fact, the next one is tomorrow. So if you want some free art business and marketing consulting, next session will be tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central. So that's 11 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Eastern. Okay. Get on our email list, like us on Facebook. If you're on our email list, you'll get the link to the Zoom call and you can hop on it, get on video or on audio and ask us, a question we always ask for everybody to bring, like, what's the number one thing that you think is holding you back, right? But getting back to this issue of getting in the game, the pattern that I see, right, is, with our own members is everybody, well, everybody, like, there's a lot of people who want to ask mom and dad about everything, every detail, right? Hey, I thought about doing this marketing thing. Should I do it? Or I thought about doing this a little differently this way. Should I do it? Or I thought about this. Should I do it? I thought about pricing something. Should I do it? The answer to all of those is yes, 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 yes. Just do it, right? You don't have to ask. Just do it, right? If you're only doing it once and it's a test, if it works, you'll want to keep doing it. If it doesn't, then you'll stop doing it and go back to what we told you to do, right? So the most important thing is to take your experiment and get it to market. That's the only way you're going to find out the answer. Asking a pro, somebody who's very experienced in business and marketing is like, yes, it's a good idea, but if it's such a small thing, the best thing that you can do is just get it to market. That's the best thing that you can do, right? And we say just ship it, like as Kim is saying right here. Kim is great at shipping it. Kim's such an awesome member. And like a perfect example is like, Kim might ask, hey, should I do such and such on LinkedIn or TikTok? And we're like, you know what? We're not advising that yet because it's a low ROI from what we've seen and it needs some more tweaking. And there's other things that we're focusing on spending our time on. So she goes and she ships it and figures out like maybe there's an angle there for her, right? And so that's the point there. Now with non-Art Storefronts members, the way that this information comes about is, okay, I've got photography. I can't tell you guys how much I hear this, all right? I take photographs, but then I also paint. Should I sell them on the same website? Or, I've got all these photographs or I've got these paintings. I just don't know where to price my art and it's been holding me back. Just get to market, guys. No matter what idea or experiment it is, just get to market, just ship it, right? And that's the thing that we say. So there's so many people that are just sitting on the sidelines. Like, I've got 3 niches. They're totally different. They don't even relate to each other. Should I have them on separate websites or one? Should I have my photography on one website and my paintings on another? No, like just get them all in one and get to market, right? The most important thing is to get these things out of your way and get to market. We had a gentleman that was on our Zoom call yesterday. And he's like, I don't know what to do with the sales tax. And I said, well, do you have sales yet? It's like, no, then go get some sales and we'll worry about the sales tax in a second. It's okay. You can sell 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 pieces without charging sales tax, all right? It's not a big deal. You'll get the sales tax thing dealt with. It's not something that should get in your way. So whether it's, print fulfillment, media types, your niche, putting all the content on one site, all of that stuff, these are things that are not moving your business forward. That's the most important thing that I can tell you guys. And that's the thing that bothers me so bad, right? Is you think you're moving your business forward, you're making decisions, you're thinking about things, you're doing stuff like that. But I know that your business is basically like a stock car that's sitting in the pit, right? It's not on the racetrack. All the other cars are on the racetrack. They're doing marketing, they're gathering leads, they're moving forward. Meanwhile, you're waiting for someone to give you an answer on something and you don't know what to do, right? Rather than just getting it out there, getting to market, right? Shipping it, as we say, executing on it, getting to market, and then letting the market tell you what the real answer is, okay? And so I think that's one of the most important lessons to take away is that the market is your truth, not any professional. Not anyone else. The market is your truth. Yes, a professional can sort of guide you in the right direction, okay, to make better decisions on an individual thing. But when it comes to these things like broader topics like your niche or pricing or should I only sell originals? Should I launch limited editions, right? Everything is different for every business. There is no mathematical formula that everybody can follow. So what you have to do is just get started. Just get to market, get that idea, or whether it's not an idea and it's just your business. Your business might not be launched. It might be on the sidelines. It might be in the pit. Get that thing in the racetrack and start actually getting in front of customers, getting traffic, doing some marketing so that you can understand what the market response is to what you're doing, right? So get in the game, you guys. So how many of you are out there with something that you're stuck on right now, right? Maybe it's a marketing idea and you can't wait to ask, a professional about it. Just ship it. Don't ask, just do it and come back. Actually, the intelligent way to do it is go do it and then come back with the results and then ask the question. Provide the results to the expert compared to the old results. Now you've got a really valid couple of experiments to get advice on. But otherwise, the advice is just go do it. We don't know if it's going to work or not. Let's go try it. Sounds good, right? So that's the most important thing there, guys. All right, so are you prepared for the retail apocalypse? It's already happening and it's going to continue here. Is your business prepared for it? Have you been executing on the direct to consumer, DTC, right? We're now saying this phrase, it's DTC or die. If you've been selling indirect through galleries and third parties and, dependent on art shows, you know what we're talking about. Your whole rug's been pulled out from underneath you. It's because you built an indirect business model, which is not a way to have a consistent business, whether or not there is a pandemic. It's a very flawed business model. You got to go direct because it's the only way that you own your customers and own your distribution. And it's the only way that you won't have the rug pulled out from underneath you. All right. Last thing I want to mention is, the sales right now online, unbelievable. They're just not stopping. We've been saying this like a broken record for I think 3 months now, but we are seeing, and we continue to see every single week, Black Friday levels of sales on our artist and photographer websites, right? It's their individual websites. They're driving their traffic using our strategies to their own websites on their own domain name, right? And they're seeing Black Friday levels of sales every single week, right? So if you wanted to know where the market went, right? It went from offline to online. This is where it is, okay? This is where it's happening. So the people who invested in this market years back are the ones that are doing the best. There's no question about it. People that invested in the direct-to-consumer business model and built a direct, business, right? They have a bigger email list. They got a bigger following. All of those things. They did all of those things. They're the ones that are thriving and seeing record levels of sales at this time. Okay? That's where, that's the lesson in all of this. So you can do the same thing. If you've already gotten started that way, great. You just got to keep building it and just stay laser focused on it. Don't let the shiny objects get in your way. All right. So CL said, I get messages from art storefronts all the time. My issue is artists is the whole business side of it. My other issue is trusting people. The whole business side of it, hey, look, that's the problem with every artist. I mean, I think everybody could tell you that. I don't know an artist that really wants to do the business or marketing side. It's very rare. And I think that's actually where the arbitrage is. Simply put, the people who commit to actually doing the work, a little bit of work on their marketing and on their business consistently, are the rare few in this industry, straight up. Like I just can't be any more clear. Everyone thinks there's a lot of competition in this market. There is no competition. Hardly anybody is doing the real work that it takes to build an entrepreneurial business in any industry, and the art business is no different, right? What everybody does is the thing that you shouldn't do. What do? Right? They upload their images to every website ever created, like Fine Art America, Society6, Saatchi Art, go down the list, Redbubble. That's what every human being in the world is doing. And like hundreds of thousands a day in every country, third world countries, first world country, it doesn't matter. They're all doing it. And so by nature, those things don't work, and they will not work because they're easy to do and anyone can do it. So you got to understand that anything that everybody in the whole market is doing, those things don't work, right? So stay away from those and do the other things, right? Which is running your own business, doing actually your own marketing, and then you will appear in all the other areas that nobody else is, right? And it's a blue ocean there. Let me tell you, it is a blue ocean, okay? So I'll leave it there, guys. Last thing I'll mention is we are running a summer special at Art Storefronts. For those of you looking to join or want to learn more, go ahead and request a demo, okay? You can do that by going to artstorefronts.com. There should be a link in our bio on Instagram and the same with Facebook to get to our website. In fact, on Instagram, there'll be a request a demo link in the link tree in the bio. And otherwise, you can go to our website. There's always a button in the upper right-hand corner that says request a demo. Do that, and one of our team members will reach out. It's a great time because the summer special is ending at the end of next week. So time is running fast and spots are running out. Get your demo request in quickly and let one of our people, talk to you, learn about you and what your goals are. Make sure you're a good fit. They can show you everything that we do at Art Storefronts, all the little details, and get your business on a different trajectory, right? Get you really performing on a different level in this direct-to-consumer market and properly equip you for the future, all right? Good to see you guys, and I will talk to you later. Have a good day.